Miami has a Dolphin, the greatest football team.
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins. To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And here we go from Miami. On the return, it's Haskins. This makes it up to the 25. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
Shotgun handoff for Patterson. Fighting his way through, but he lost the football. But it looks like the Buccaneers made a heads-up play. Got on top of that one for the recovery. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Wow, that was fast. Might be time to take a step back, and we just started this game. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths. Very first snap, and he nearly gave it away. That could have mentally taken them out of this game.
Yeah, for the player, a little bit easier to respond. For the coaches on the sidelines, that drives them crazy to see the ball on the ground. And we know how precious this ball is in this game. Got to take care of it.
After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down.
Ready? Panther 11. Panther 11.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
On the jump.
1st and 10 from the 43.
You're not. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right.
Ready?
Bennett throwing here. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Ready? 65.
Now Bennett. That's not a quick hitter. And he's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Red, go.
Handoff headed right to Patterson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Opening drive, about to break into field goal range. We got 1st and 10 at the 44.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
Back to throw. Here's Bennett. He'll have some space inside the 35. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Come on, set. 70 line, ready.
On the handoff, Patterson drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
You put a receiver in motion left. Quick throw outside, and they might throw this again. And nearly intercepted as that trick play almost ended in disaster.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Cup 19, Cup 19.
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
This is Patterson on the give. And he's going to pay off his 1st down run with a nice pickup of 9.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down.
Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Now for the first time, it's a game to the rookie from Wake Forest. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Dolphins nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
Ready. Viking 18. Ready.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. There he goes, right sideline. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. Devon Achane with the touchdown.
Sure didn't take long for this game off and running, pun intended. But there's a lot of rounds left to fight and punches to be thrown. Sure feels good, though, to be the first one to land that haymaker.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Running out of the pistol here with Patterson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down.
Cowboy 80! Go!
Catch made left side by Abuka. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set to go now from the 35.
19 Lions! Buffalo 18!
Man in motion out of the slot. To throw, here's Bennett. He's trying to push the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
65.
Working now from the gun. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it deep downfield. And he takes it down to the 33. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play as well as a new set of downs.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Dumped off to his running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
19 tight.
Bennett. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Roll!
To the air on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Quarterback with his renowns, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Sanders all set to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Taking a shot deep here. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for 2nd.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Following the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking at 1st down here. Running with Achane here out of the gun. And he gets him around 6 there. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the 44-yard line.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Here we go, set.
Back now, pressure coming. Here's a screen for Achane. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Stop that time by Jamel Dean.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, kid, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
Now the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They're going play action. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6.
Hawk 70,
throw. 3rd and long. Pressure's there, and the Bucs got it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Loss of 9.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field in more than a second or two. What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. He's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready?
Bucs to the line. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Bennett now to throw. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the 6.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Bennett. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Okay, ready?
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Here we go, here we go.
Up the middle, here goes Patterson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Short pass brought in. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Get it? Gravity lying. Rig alert, rig alert. Ready, ready?
A give right side to Patterson. Tried to get this one outside, Brock, but he did not make it. They stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. He's short.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And he'll try to hit this one well. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Ooh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. So that's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Working quickly here.
Devontae Smith. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go, shot.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He put everything he had into this one. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Looking in the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
A loss of 6 yards brings up 3rd and 16.
They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And they'll take this opportunity to discuss what's next over on their sideline. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32.
Cowboy 80. Kevin Carter, come on. Ready.
Here's Bennett. Finds him over the middle. At the 20. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get some late points and the lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds his path, Achane. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line.
10 yards.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Throwing from the gun here. Taken in by Smith. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Achane, a 1st down carry. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. He's dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he he gets down to the 24 before he stops. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
The 24-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. And this is a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're going for the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins make it 17-all. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, it's Haskins. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
Ground throw 80. Let's go.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. Free up the middle, it's a breakaway. Hits the 20. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Has a man. It's Achane. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out.
26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards there. And that is a Dolphins' 1st down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Trying to throw this from the gun. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
19, Cougar 19.
Back to throw. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Dolphins cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Devon Achane with the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one.
And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. On return, it's Haskins. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Quick throw out wide. I think this might be a double pass. He's got it. It's caught. He's hauled down. What a wild play as they pull off the double pass. Give him 32 on that play. And the Bucs have the first.
It's a gain of 32. First down,
18 Cardinal,
Tampa
18
Bay.
Cardinal.
Now Bennett. And it's picked off, but oh, yep, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception, incomplete.
It's now
Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Leo Chanel able to bring him down.
at the 45-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Ready, ready.
Third down here. Need 8 on the play.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Third and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And the punt team hurries down, and they're going to stop this one at the 10-yard line.
10-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to have this one up to about the 21. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. He's got Smith. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second down carry for Achane. Has some daylight through the 40. Makes a cut. Space on the right. He's got room. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a third-quarter lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
Dolphins leaving the offense out there as they try for a two-point conversion.
Dolphins are lining up for a two-point conversion.
They'll try it on the ground. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead.
That makes the score Dolphins 31.
Every once in a while, we don't have to confuse this game. Simply beat the man in front of you. Carry the ball over the line. Rushing football at its finest.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Well, he loses it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. Before he can really break that return, they're on him to force the fumble and take away possession.
When you get that fumble inside the 20, it means one thing, Kate. Those guys were running with hair on fire. In fact, if you watch a lot of these special teams and kickoff units, you will see them.
And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 13-point lead.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14.
38. Buccaneers 24.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Haskins. And he's out a little short of the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10.
Get it. Yes, pat the 60.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. It's a big strike downfield to Nguka. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Now it's Patterson. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Throwing the out route complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Offense is set. First and 10.
19 tight. Stephanie. Press all 80. Go.
And he's going to have the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers shrinking the lead some in the third.
Jason Sanders.
It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warrior 70. Check out.
They'll go play action. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Back now, pressure coming. Has it downfield, working the left. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 13-point lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14.
31.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Bucks to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Bennett. Tabuka on the slant. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Let's go now.
Bennett throwing here. It's his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll work against the blitz. That's a catch. Jalen McMillan. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Give him 13 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
Ready up. Ready.
To throw, here's Bennett. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Johnson. 14 more
Ready,
yards.
break.
Complete to Tez Johnson. 1st and 10. at the
Just 1
22-yard
quarter
line.
remaining in this one. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Hut, hut.
We give to Patterson out of the shotgun. That's the tackle. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Get it. 7. Hut.
Quick throw left side, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers now within 1 score in the 4th.
Down, Buccaneers.
Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He just put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
Buccaneers, 37. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Throwing now off the play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterparts score a touchdown. Gotta cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Let's go. Here we go. 19, 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. 79 Bronco. Hut.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Hits him on the out route. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Running left, here's Achane. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Let's go now. Half the 60. Half the 60.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Ready? 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
From the gun on 3rd down. Incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They're going play action. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball. And they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Looking to throw. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Leo Chanel makes the play. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Pressure coming, and they take him down. Working quickly here.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19.
Throwing from the gun here. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile.
Set. Bronco 80. Go, Rick. Go. Let's go.
Looking to throw. He's got it near the 8. And he's going to be sent out of bounds to end a great pickup, but somehow did not pick up the first. It's going to be 4th down coming up.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, it was textbook.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. He'll throw it. And he won't come through on 4th and goal. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quieted. Because that run right there gave them enough room from the goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
Here's Bennett. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Back, 70, 18, Radley, 18, Radley. Let's go.
He's back to throw. It's complete. This is Nguka. Along the right sideline, there's space. Into the red zone. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers cut it to just 2 late in the game. So there's part 1, Brock. They get the touchdown that they desperately needed. Now, you'd imagine, comes a try for 2.
You know, Kate, this might be just as tough as that touchdown. I know they work all week on their 2-point plays, but they're hard to execute. That being said, if they want to force overtime, this is a must.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And he's brought down up at the 6-yard line. That was their chance to take a field goal out of the picture altogether, Brock. But now, really got to buckle down and keep them out of field goal range.
Isn't this just the NFL, Kate?
It is.
I mean, every single week it seems like we're into these one possessions at the end of the game, situations that matter. And now what matters for this defense is to keep the explosive plays to a minimum. Make this other team earn it if they're going to move down the field and, in fact, kick that game-winning field goal.
And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes first and 10.
Come on, set. 60, put.
Achane to the right. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're... As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Brings up second and
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Ready? 7, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They're going to pass it here. Well, still throwing, and this is intercepted. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers have some new life in the fourth. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll take this opportunity to discuss what's next over on their sideline. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal.
Ready?
They'll try and punch it in. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Ready?
Patterson will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Okay, ready?
Fifth DB out there now. Big rep for this defense on 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Set. Gravity line. Let go.
He gets it again. And he's not going to make it. Made a little progress, but they stall him at the 2. A gain of 2, and after back-to-back runs fail, it's 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jason Sanders.
Jason Sanders
Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here.
19-yard attempt.
And they don't get the kickoff, and that's going to back them up 5 yards. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jason Sanders. This only a chip shot from the right hash. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minutes.
You know what I love about that kick? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he will not score, but he got oh so close, Brock. Out of bounds 4 yards shy of that end zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. HN. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
So now a big spot for the Dolphins here as they line up for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That puts them in a much better spot now. Up 7 here in the 4th. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Okay,
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Viking 18.
Here he is to throw. Complete out to the right. And this one does not go far. Tampa spends its second time out now. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
22-yard
Ready,
line.
set.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down.
Let's go. 70, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Ready.
Throwing now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Officials singling timeouts. We've got whistles. Time left for 1 snap. And while we all know the odds are low, it's not impossible that they find a way to score. They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down.
Set. Ready.
Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. So it's fins up as the Dolphins take the win at home. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week.